some of the strategic partners involved and the Team Sportscast Network, Speakeasy DSL. Check them out, guys. Trust me, they've been the backbone of TSN forever. OGL, same deal. Archvile, website for OGL.
Well, for OGL itself, www.ogl.org. Also, if you are specifically looking for information on the Battle in the Beachhead 2 tournament, go over to bob2.worldogl.com.
Psychoservers.com. You also want to check these guys out, one of our newest strategic partners, and last but not least, Clan Bank. All of our strategic partners deeply involved
Prepare to fight.
in kicking ass for the Team Sportscast Network. Now, we got the countdown underway, and Archvile, it seems that you're talking to Jaster of the server, so why don't we start this off right, ladies and gentlemen? We'll sound the alarm and get ready. 1944, underway. Uh-oh. The rosters don't seem to be clear. Well, we'll start the game nonetheless. Archvile 944 incoming allied team right now is going to be the DarkSide team. Jaster and Archvile discussing. I'll cover the action right now as DarkSide incoming rush now into the MQ-42 courtyard. Right now into the tavern, incoming charge. DarkSide getting it done, taking over and taking control, making revivals. The Axis team going down, struggling against them now as DIG tries to slow them down. Allies then capture the northwest courtyard. Fantastic rush from the DarkSide team at 914, being revived now already with the push into the Axis-held territory. 908 round 2 bomb to Archvile. It looks like DarkSide have control.
Yes, indeed. DarkSide does have control. They went straight through the tavern and already have captured the northwest courtyard. Well, I'm going to have to toss it over to you just because I'm dealing with a quick issue, and I'll be right back.
Well, no problem. Wolf TV on the server. Green light now. Incoming DarkSide engineer. Here comes the airstrike. By the crypt standing by. Machine gun fire. Here's the engineer DS Warrior. Leaning over, but taken down. Taking some machine gun fire, but still alive. Now with the dynamite plant and the gold storage crypt. 834 on the clock. Could be looking at a very short game. The Axis commits suicide. It is a Serbian who kills himself, only to be coming back here in a moment. DS Bread, vaporizing faggot, or faggot rather, I don't know. Oh, we got a defusement. Apparently, Digita Tactic are coming out of the gate a little bit stronger as the Axis defense than I might have once thought. 813, the Axis regain control. DarkSide clearly a little bit thrown off by this, expecting very easy opposition. But Digita Tactic coming back and making the defusement. 801 remains. TSN, www.tsncentral.com. 758 back down to the wine cellar. Archvile, what's your status?
Okay, I am back. We do not have a plant on the crypt. I'm circling around it now and still looking around trying to figure out what happened to the Allied forces coming in. And they're down in the wine cellar. Trazar, I believe, leading the pack. He's the medic. He goes down. No, wait, Trazar is still up. He is not down. And here comes the entire Allied forces pushing on the crypt now. The engineer goes down, though, and the medic trying to get the quick revive. Doesn't happen. And Digita Tactic manages to hold off DarkSide for another push and attempt on the plant there. We have lieutenants going down, and here comes the medic Warrior from DarkSide coming in, reviving everybody. I don't see the engineer up. They must have got blown away. Support fire going in and clearing some of the members out, and the Axis Digita Tactic that held off another push. No plant down on the crypt. 7 minutes remaining. Warwitch, they're holding them off so far.
You know, surprising indeed. DarkSide really brought that first rush with a powerful momentum. I was surprised to see that the crypt was not open. DarkSide very likely surprised at this point as well, realizing that the opposition of DIG, Digita Tactic tonight, is a little more harsh than they expected. These guys now around the crypt. Here comes the incoming Allied push. Coalition forces taken down. Favorite's grenade takes down trazar and Pharaoh, who are blown away as the Allies cannot get penetration on the crypt itself. Paper in position as a medic. We've also got Faggot in position as a soldat, looking down into the wine cellar, dropping grenades, and here comes the Panzer. DS Rambo leading the charge. Faggot hops down, opens fire, and takes down Trazar and Rambo. Now the rush of DarkSide shut down. 612. DarkSide engineer, though, alive. DS Warrior making the charge up, down, and killed. DS Herbal T reviving him and Pharaoh. Incoming airstrike now. Pharaoh up, and away, up towards the crypt. Pharaoh avoiding the airstrike, circling around the crypt, engaging Serbian. Serbian comes out on top, and DarkSide goes down in the field. 5:53 on the clock, but we got a green light now. It is Warrior leaning over, and Warrior down, blown away by the MP40. It looks like of the Axis defense roster. Oh man, Archvile, Digital Tactic are really bringing an A-game Axis defense, but
no kidding. Wow, and Digital Tactic has definitely shut him down. The engineer had a green light down on the crypt and was unable to complete it. DarkSide has got to be a little irritated about that. And here comes Digital Tactic coming off a fresh respawn. They have managed to hold them till 5:20 left on the clock and still no plant. That is going to give the other team plenty of time. Here comes the green light from Warriors. Red light is down. Dynamite is on the crypt. 5 minutes, 10 seconds, and it is ticking away. The Allies, Warrior appears to be all alone at the crypt. He is going to get met up by Pharaoh, who joins them right now. Digital Tactic are pouring in right now. They may go for the disarm, not sure. But here comes one of them. Law 69 goes in and gets taken down by Warrior. Serbian and atomicfish are still alive. I don't know if they're going to go for the disarm. Herbal T goes down trying to get the revive. Trazar is still alive, and the crypt just goes kaboom. Wide open. We do have a gold grab. Warwitch, over to you.
Gold grab, but Bonar makes the return on 4:34 on the clock right here now. DarkSide have blown the crypt wide open, but it has taken them far longer than they have expected. Clearly now DarkSide has got it. They've got a good chance here to bring it home. We have still not seen the offensive capacity of Digital Tactic tonight. That is going to determine a lot. Their defense is looking strong. A little bit weak right out the front of the gate, but when it comes to the actual crypt defense, they're looking good. Now here comes a rush. Incoming DarkSide now. Herbal T, medic with the charge. Making the charge now. He's got the charge and the grab. He's got it. Going to be taking it down the wine cellar. Let's take a look for him now. I think I may have lost the carnage. No, got a lockdown on him now. Archvile heading up to the tavern. Herbal T with the grab. Making the run to the tavern now. Buddy, I'm going to pass it back to you.
Okay, I am in the tavern trying to get a better lock on Herbal T. Navigating that tavern can be tough sometimes. And I believe he is headed for the Stone Gauntlet, if I'm not mistaken. Trying to see if I get a better lock. Yes, he is almost there. Herbal T is in between Pharaoh and Trazar. They are in the final stretch to the truck. Digital Tactic from behind. His helmet gets shot off. Herbal T is under fire, but he is jumping towards the truck. 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining, and he makes it home. The time is up, and the clock is set at 6 minutes, 41 seconds, and that is not an amazing time for DarkSide to be stalled out that long. That's actually kind of a slap in the face. So, who knows? Still plenty of time on the clock for Digital Tactic to turn it around and do it. Time to beat 6:41.
We're about to discover which direction this game is going to go, all based on the offensive capacity of Digital Tactic. That's a freaking hard name for me to say. God, I don't like it. Oh, some of those names, man, they're just tough. I can't speak a English. Quick rundown of the stats for you. DIG is what we're going to call them here, D1G, whatever. 57% efficiency in total to the only 42% efficiency of DarkSide, showing that DarkSide has come into this match a little bit cold. You expect a higher efficiency from the DarkSide roster, especially the likes of Pharaoh, Warrior, Rambo, and his companions. So a higher efficiency here for the Digital Tactic roster tonight, really getting things done. Standing by here as the roles are going to get switched. This is round number 2. Standing by on 4 players here tonight, and I believe it gives us a chance to switch to a strategic sounder. I'll be back in a moment with more.
Bob 2 is brought to you by id Software. id Software is the most prestigious group of game developers in the world. Creators of the wildly popular Doom, Quake, and Wolfenstein series, id Software has been fragging the competition since 1991 with game titles that will blow your mind away. Stunning graphics and liquid smooth gameplay add to the rich and innovative game engines that emerge from the underground layers of the id development team. For more information, visit the id website at www.idsoftware.com.
Is that gaming server you have running on your old 28.8 lacking? Tired of hunting for an empty server that you and your friends can practice on? You ever get TK'd and think, if I was the admin, I'd make them all pay? Want to have a a server that you and your team can call home? Well, look no further. ClanBank personal game servers are up for the taking at www.clanbank.com. Offering low-paying servers for the lower-budget gamer, ClanBank offers a variety of server options that cater to your little wallet that you probably just left in the washer. Oh, crap. ClanBank servers support games like Quake 3 Arena, Counter-Strike, Soldier of Fortune 2, Urban Terror, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, and much, much more. Visit our website at www.clanbank.com for more information on how you and your team can benefit from the luxury of your very own dependable and affordable personal server. That's www.clanbank.com. Stay tuned to TSN for this week's coupon code, and you can use it to get 20% off any ClanBank server.
Well, we are back just in time to witness the carnage explode on the server www.tsncentral.com. We missed one massive Panzerfaust kill brought to you by DS Pharaoh. Man, brotherly love being exchanged tonight, so quote Jaster of the OGL. These teams do not like each other, and the Panzerfaust of Pharaoh shows that Archvile, taking down Faggot, Paper, and Bonar. Man, I like these names. Good stuff. Carnage underway 542. You've been on server. What's happened so far?
All right, and we are in the game. The round is underway. 5 minutes 31 seconds remaining. The northwest courtyard has just been grabbed by the Digital Tactic team. They are getting ready to head into the bottom, the wine cellar. Here comes a Panzerfaust from Pharaoh. Pharaoh takes out atomicfish and Law 69. And Digital Tactic, I don't know what happened to their engineer, but I have a feeling he might have been in it. No, here comes Bonar. Bonar is at the bottom of the ladder with Rambo firing down at him. Bonar goes down. Bonar goes down. I won't touch that. Warwitch.
455. It's a standard perverted shoutcast from TSN Archvile. Man, wild stuff. 448 remains on the clock. Still plenty of time for the incoming ally. Tactic roster to get something done, but a nice Panzerfaust right there from Pharaoh, laying the hurt down. Hoocha, 3-man Panzerfaust kill, Law 69, Serbian, and atomicfish take a swim. Man, it's over. 428 remains. Back down to the wine cellar, potato mashers being tossed down. We've got DS Pharaoh on patrol, opens fire and takes down Faggot. See ya. I love that name, dude. That is awesome. Incoming allies now with the rush.
So Faggot goes down?
Yeah, he does. Once again, Faggot goes down. Law 69
so
down here on the
bonar,
line.
though.
Not to bonar, absolutely not. That would be too much. Machine gun fire down here in the wine cellar, having a good time. DarkSide just gonna try to hold them off to go 1-0 here against the incoming push of the allies. Now DarkSide being very defensive. They're around the crypt, not being very aggressive out in the field, but we gotta push now. Incoming allies, and again, Pharaoh with the 3-man Panzerfaust kill. The guy is a monster. Oh man.
Yes, he is. Wow, the allies are having a heck of a time, but they have pushed forward, and they're just getting sawed down the second they come up either one of the two ladders that leads to the cemetery. And I'm seeing Pharaoh guarding the second ladder that's a bit further away from the crypt. Trazar along with, who else? We got Warrior and Rambo standing on the top of the other two. They're trying to clear it out now. Looks like we have Faggot dropping the smoke just outside there. Panzerfaust goes off in the distance. Pharaoh takes out himself along with Serbian and Paper from Digital Tactic. The allies are having some problems. 3 minutes though. Still plenty of time to do it. Still plenty of time to get the plant down and get the return. And my cat won't leave me alone. Okay, the allies still in the wine cellar. But we have atomicfish down there. He's going to try and crawl up, peek his head out, see how far he can go. Here come the allies coming out the top, but no, Trazar has just managed to take them both down the second they come up to the top of the ladder, Warwitch.
My friend, it is absolute carnage down here in the wine cellar now. The allies just cannot get out of the wine cellar. These guys are trying. They're cloistered down here. They're trying to get up there. They're being a little too cautious. Gotta make the jump, and here it comes now. And there's Pharaoh to greet them. Pharaoh says hello to my little friend. Panzerfaust, 2 Panzerfaust man kill. Taking down Paper and Law 69. 216 remains. Pharaoh, the one-man Axis defender for the entire DarkSide team, but here's another allied push. Do they have an engineer? I do not see 3 men now in the graveyard moving towards the Axis spawn to interdict the incoming Axis now making the charge. Here they come. DarkSide up in front. Allies all over the graveyard. Allies getting run down. Allies in trouble, dropping airstrikes, but they shut down the incoming push. And successfully, DIG are able to hold off the Allies, and now looking for a dynamite plant. We've got a green light here. Bonar over, leaning over with the plant, and he's got it. Dynamite planted, gold storage crypt in position now at 138. They've got enough time for this to happen. If they can make or secure this plant and bring the gold home, they do have the time to do so. Archvile, 127.
Alright, 127 remaining on the clock and counting. The Allies have the plant down and they appear to be guarding it. Well, is that plant close enough, Warwitch? Did we confirm that that plant is actually close enough to the crypt to count?
It is.
And evidently so, as the crypt explodes. And with 1 minute remaining, he has just enough time to get it home. May have a couple attempts at it. I don't know why they are going that way. Maybe not. Maybe he's not going that way. He is getting ready to drop down into the wine cellar. He's going to be heading up into the tavern shortly. And he is at the northwest courtyard, still on the run. Paper from Digita Tactic, a medic holding on to the gold. Run. Oh, and a pizza found from behind. The gold goes back into the crypt with 40 seconds remaining. Warwitch, that had to hurt.
He had it. He thought he could bring it home, and the crowd thought he had it if the Allies take the gold in 30 seconds remaining. We've got it grabbed by Bonar. Is it enough time? I don't know. I don't think so. Looking for Bonar now. 26 seconds. Waiting for the countdown now. Going to be trying to make the rush home at 20 seconds. Axis reclaimed the northwest courtyard. Looks like they're heading through the Axis respawn zone. 13 seconds remain. Bonar making the charge. 10 seconds. And interdicted by Trazar. Trazar does not take him down. Bonar making the run. 4 seconds, Bonar. Run, baby, run. It's over.
The Axis win.
Yes, it is. The Allies couldn't make it. That could have been a very close match. Digita Tactic, you know, but I have to give them credit, though. They're actually bringing it to DarkSide, and they're not letting them get away easy. They're giving them crap, and they're making them fight for this victory, which I'm actually happy to see. I'm happy to see that somebody's going to give one of these upper teams a challenge, somebody who is not a household name, so to speak, in the Wolfenstein community.
Quick look at efficiencies here. DarkSide with a 49, the efficiency of Digita Tactic at 50. Round 2, set 1, brought to you by NVIDIA. Back and live in 10 seconds.
Battle on the Beachhead 2 is brought to you by NVIDIA. NVIDIA's GeForce FX solutions deliver cinematic quality effects, true 128-bit studio quality color, and industry-renowned software stability, compatibility, and reliability. With a GeForce FX GPU powering your desktop or mobile PC, you will have the most compelling and cinematic entertainment experiences ever seen. Graphics to the power of N. NVIDIA.
9-3-4 remains. Round 2, set number 1. Archvile, give us a rundown on the rosters.
Okay, the roster for DarkSide: Bread, Rambo, Pharaoh, Herbal Tea, Warrior, and Trazar. Pings appear to be pretty nice. The higher pinger being Trazar, with pinging at 100. Pinging at 100 even. He's been wavering around that the whole time. On Digita Tactic, we have Paper. Oh, what happened? Oh my God! Panzerfaust Warwitch, what was that?
An incredible Panzer from DS Warrior. We're talking about the teams, and a Warrior is inside the tavern. Incoming coalition forces. Warrior says, Paper, Bonar, Faggot, and Serbian, you ain't going nowhere. Eat my Panzer, it's over. Nice Panzer right there. 5-man Panzerfaust kill.
No kidding. Who really cares about the roster when you got that going on?
No kidding, buddy.
The things you miss when you're tabbed into the score screen.
18 3:30 on the clock. That first rush absolutely going nowhere as DarkSide, Axis defense say, you know what? We've learned our lesson. We realize what you guys can do now, and we ain't gonna let it happen. Now the Axis DarkSide roster claims the northwest courtyard. Let's head to northwest now, where we do have some machine gun fire going down as DarkSide clean up the last stragglers of the Allied Coalition DIG forces. All's clear, 8:06. Archvile, we should be having another rush here in just a moment. I'm gonna hand it back to you.
Okay, I'm going to take a look on the top side. It appears the DarkSide has pushed forward and has taken the northwest courtyard. So we're going to see another tavern confrontation. They're going to push him all the way back to the tavern, not back to the spawn. And here they come. Bonar leading the way, sticking his best foot forward, mind you, as he steps into the tavern. Bonar meeting no opposition. He is almost to the northwest courtyard. It looks like he's just going to jump up and grab that forward spawn. I don't see the rest of the team, the rest of the allies, so who knows where they're at. Paper now joining up there, getting ready to drop down into the wine cellar along with atomicfish. They're going to be pushing on the top side shortly, Warwitch. What are you seeing up there waiting for them?
Well, the entire Axis team is there. DarkSide choosing not to hold off the allies in the tavern this go around. Instead have moved to a crypt defense of 710. Now dropping grenades and airstrikes down into the wine cellar where several members of the allies have held up. Bonar and friends now. Bonar the engineer in position. Let's get a spotlight now as Faggot makes the charge. Opens fire with an airstrike just above and laying down the support fire and taking down Trazar. Trazar down. Here comes Paper. Paper medic incoming charge. Machine gun fire taking down a Rambo. No sequel for Rambo. Machine gun fire here from Herbal T. Herbal T now engaging the allies. Allies now engaging the Axis. Atomicfish making the revivals. Looking for the engineer. Looks like the engineer may have tapped out 2 medics around the crypt and about 1,000 of the Axis. Little Panzer bounce from Pharaoh takes down Serbian and the Axis regain control of the crypt at 6-2-7 tonight. BoB 2. Round number 2 continues. 1-0 lead for the favored DarkSide roster. All you.
Yes, the favorite DarkSide roster has actually been having a heck of a time. They're holding them off really nicely this time, though. 6 minutes, 10 seconds remaining on the clock. We are still approaching the time that they got the plant last time. And for those of you who just tuned in, they were actually able to bring it out of the crypt and make a nice run to get it back home. Didn't make it, though, and the score is still 1-0 DarkSide, but it's still anybody's game. It's still early, and who knows what's going to happen. The DarkSide defense appeared to have adapted and have been holding them down in the wine cellar for a long period of time. They're all down there now. It looks like we have Faggot goes down to Rambo, and with Paper trying to get a revive there, doesn't happen. Rambo is camping the top nicely. They try to peek their head out, but no, he gets the revive on Rambo. Wait, here comes the allies. Atomicfish gets up on the top. It goes down immediately as soon as he gets up there to some enemy fire. Who gets him down there? Atomicfish gets actually TK'd. Little TK there by Serbian. Here comes the green light, Warwitch. What's going to happen with that?
Well, lean it over. Bonar free and clear and gets it done. Flyers out down to my plant. 5:08 on the clock. 30-second countdown now underway as Bonar moves to the graveyard. Backed up now by Faggot, and Bonar. Great names. Dropping grenades. Incoming airstrike. DS running right into the middle of the airstrike. Incoming and takes no one down. DarkSide makes the dodge. Dodge aside. Uh-oh, there's the Panzer.
Oh my God. Holy crap.
On 69, laying a 5-man Panzerfaust kill. Down and taken down. My God, Trazar, Bread Warrior, Herbal T, and Rambo go down as the allies take the gold. It is Paper with the grab. It is wild times. We have seen the most incredible Panzerfaust kills this game. Paper now heading up to the rooftop, moving his way towards the Axis spawn with the grab. Allied Coalition forces, nice hop across the rooftop, pulling a Spider-Man into the cottage now. Inside, stops by for a moment, waiting and standing by. 4:11 on the clock. He's got a nice grab, a nice attempt now, moving downwards now. No sign of allies backing him up. Making the rush home, now backed up by Bonar. Paper now with the grab into the courtyard. Some machine gun fire. I've lost track of the action. Take us home.
Okay, they're in the final stretch now. They have just totally had an awesome run here. Paper is almost there, running to the truck. A few feet to go. He's going to make it. He made it. 6 minutes and 14 seconds set on the clock. And if Digita Tactic can manage to hold off DarkSide, I tell you what, Warwitch, that'll be something awesome. Personally, I like to see the underdogs lay some smackdown, and they certainly did. I mean, you know, I know we're trying to be rated PG-13 right now, but holy shit, that Panzerfaust, I would have pissed my pants had that happened to me. I mean, really, DarkSide has got to, I mean, and on Wolf TV, that has got to be a total smack in the face of embarrassment. But hey, they need it from time to time. Remind them that they're not untouchable. So, still waiting for the teams already up, Warwitch. What did you think of that?
Man, oh man, that is like the 9,000th five-man Panzerfaust kill that we have seen, and that critical kill right there is what enabled Digital Tactic to bring it home almost unmolested and get the time of 6:14 in round 2, set 1. Now, heading up to round 2, set 2, and back in line in a moment.
On April 7th, 2003, TSN will proudly present OGL, the Online Gaming League's return to Castle Wolfenstein Battle on the Beachhead 2 tourney.
Tune in and listen to all the coverage on and off the battlefield as the best RTCW teams duke it out face-to-face. Our best casters will bring it to you live. For more information, visit OGL's BoB2 website at bob2.worldogl.com. All this and more on your choice for the esports revolution, TSN.
5:48 on the clock, Wolf TV and server. Guten Tag and hello. No TBSM tonight because we've got 900 million events going on server 2, 3, and 1. 535 Digital Tactic brings the A-game here tonight. They surprise you, they surprise me, they surprise everybody. DS up 1-0 now, DarkSide Allied offense. Got it done last round, 6:41. Digital Tactic at 6:14 have just got to hold off DarkSide, and if they can do that, we're going to have a 1-1 ball game, buddy. Incoming carnage now. Uh-oh, timeout being called by Faggot. Stand by.
Well, timeout.
Calling for a timeout, but given no
timeout. Need a timeout? Interesting. I don't think they're going to give it. Yep, there you go. No timeout given. 4 minutes, 51 seconds remaining on the clock, and they are not going to do it. They're saying that the mouse is messed up, but they're, according to the rules, no timeout unless... yeah, now they're one short, so now they're wanting a timeout. So I don't know what happened there.
5-6.
Interesting.
Not sure what Jaster is doing, being very unforgiving tonight, following the rules, but really playing the rules down to the last moment there. Digital Tactic not happy with that decision by OGL Jaster. Timeout finally given. It looks like Digital Tactic down now one member in the 5-on-6 scenario.
Wow, and they are just totally ripping Jaster on the server. You know what? I'm going to tell you what, they're lucky that Jaster is repping this match, because if I was repping this match would have been over with already. Digital Tactic would have been slapped in the face and sent home, because they're just going crazy with the with trash talking him. I just can't believe that, you know. And even though I'm kind of happy that they're putting a little smack on DarkSide, that kind of irritates me when somebody gets in there and trash talks an admin like that. They're still one member short. I don't know what the heck's going on with that. We will be resuming play in 60 seconds, though.
Jaster, following the OGL rules, absolutely have to agree with you on that one. They may choose to disagree, but the way in which they're doing so, very unsportsmanlike. And I would not be surprised if Jaster, like you said, just says, you know what, game over, DS wins. We're going to find out here in a moment. Waiting now to see what Digital Tactic can do to get their 6-player back on the server, and what is definitely a drama-filled game tonight. Now, DarkSide, these guys love drama, but this is more drama than even DarkSide wants. At 4-3-1, countdown underway at 30 seconds remaining till we're back in the game, Archvile.
All right, and still sitting here waiting. Match resuming in 15 seconds. Hopefully they will get that final member in here. He is still not joined back up yet. Jaster has the option of extending the timeout per the rules, as the ref can do that to get the final member back in. However, they should have him in here, and if I was Jaster, the way they were talking, I'm not going to give them any leeway. They get a timeout to get the guy in here. The person is supposed to be idling in Pound Bot 2. to get back in the server, and that should be more than enough time. But wait, I believe Jaster has re-paused the match, and we might be able to pause for a sounder on this one.
You know, I think so. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, soldiers and soldats, as we continue the carnage of RTCW. Stand by.
There's nothing worse than a competitive team without a server to call home. Always begging others for practice space, having to give up the home field advantage every match, and generally not getting the respect you deserve. Pro teams need a home, and ClanBank has the answer. ClanBank offers fast and powerful game servers for almost all the popular internet multiplayer games. Get hosted with servers for games like Quake 3 Arena, Half-Life, Jedi Knight 2, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, and Soldier of Fortune 2. They also host many popular mods such as Urban Terror, Counter-Strike, Team Fortress Classic, Day of Defeat, Rocket Arena, and Team Arena. Visit www.clanbank.com right now and check out the best prices around for private and public server hosting for your team. It's cheaper than you think, and it will give your team the competitive edge you need to be the best. www.clanbank.com. PsychoServers.com is your direct source for all your online gaming needs. Offering one-stop shopping for high-quality game server rentals, web hosting, and voice communication hosting tailored for the needs of competitive gaming. Psycho Servers specialize in assisting customers to attain a fierce presence on the online gaming community. They take the hassle out of getting the things you need, leaving more time for you to stomp out the competition. Psycho Servers offer custom-tailored services, prices, and the support to fit your needs. They pride themselves on offering personal attention to you, the gamer, thus the online community as a whole. So just remember, www.psychoservers.com. Insane performance, crazy prices.
I'm Todd Hollinshead from id Software, and listening to Return to Castle Wolfenstein tournaments on TSN kicks ass.
Sorry.
Well, Archvile, are you ready to continue the carnage? 4:04 on the clock. Now, Digital Tactic wants to beat that time, and they want to tie this game up. BoB 2, round 2. Man, these guys have got some smart mouths. They need to be smacked. Allies take the gold. It is DarkSide with the grab. Butterfly done by the Axis DarkSide roster at 3-4-6. Incoming push now. Allies capture the northwest courtyard. The majority of the allies here are going to be filtering in just a moment from northwest to the crypt, where they're going to be making their attack. We've got to grab allies with the grab gold. Herbal T DarkSide with the grab attempt. What happened, buddy?
Aerial grenade there. Faggot comes up and blows his load in the general direction and just blows them out of the air. The gold still sits quietly just outside the ladder there. Lost 69 decides to put it back in place. Here comes Herbal T. He's coming up, getting the gunfire off there, gets a quick grab. I don't know how far he's going to make it. He's dropping the med packs and is on the run with 3 minutes remaining. That's going to be trouble for Digital Tactic. He's down in the wine cellar now, running up into the top of the cellar, enters to the northwest courtyard, and this could be bad. You know, they were holding the defense down well, and that timeout controversy could have potentially been the doing in for Digital Tactic, and they are still on the run with the gold right now, making their way through the tavern, peeking his head out. He is outside, getting ready to enter the stone gauntlet. He is not far from home. Looks like they're going to be taking that way. 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Warwitch, take us home.
Well, here comes the final run. DS Herbal T with the grab. Stone Gauntlet ambush. 69, but Fred alive. And Herbal T alive. Machine gun down. He dodges aside of Panzer into the destroyed cottage. Allied spawn point. Making the run back and around. Charging towards the truck. Incoming rush now. 212, and the Allies escape with the gold and beat the time. DarkSide goes up 2-0.
Wow. That's just definitely exciting. And that was a very close cap there. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if I see a dispute later for this, because that could have potentially spelled some trouble for Digital Tactic, the fact they didn't get that timeout promptly. I'm not really going to comment what I think about that, but I'm really thinking that that could be the determining factor in what caused that.
No comment. www.tsncentral.com. Thanks all for dialing in tonight. We do have another game coming up at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is going to be on Assault. We're back in a moment. TSN.
BoB 2 is brought to you by EVGA.com. With their newest line of NVIDIA GeForce FX 5200-based graphics adapters, you'll not only get the GeForce FX 5200 GPU with the performance you would expect from NVIDIA, but you also get some of the best-in-class features, drivers, and reliability that has given EVGA.com one of the highest customer loyalty ratings in the industry. Asymmetric cooling, ease-of-use automated drivers, and unprecedented customer service, things that you can only get from EVGA.com, one of the proud sponsors of Battle on the Beachhead 2.
Battle on the Beachhead 2 continues right here and right now. TSN Warwitch acts as Shoutcaster. Archvile with me on the mic. 9:28 on the clock now. DarkSide trying to set the time, and round number 3, set number 1, atomicfish opens fire. Nice Panzer. Great way to start the game. Takes down Herbal and Pharaoh. 9:18 inside the tavern. Now allies capture Northwest Courtyard. DIG, D1G, whatever. Digital Tactic now making a very concerted rush. We've got a respawn and a charge right now towards the crypt. As DarkSide, DarkSide with a concerted rush towards the crypt now, getting a little confused. Looks like DIG's doing major TKing. Nice one right there. Huge amount of TKing going down. I don't think the crowd likes that. In fact, I almost think that Digital Tactic is starting to screw off right now. Serbian taking down atomicfish, paper, and faggot. I think these guys have just got bad attitudes, buddy.
Yes, they definitely have got a bad attitude, and you know they got to be unhappy with that timeout situation. And still, why not play it out? At least try to do it again. You did it once. Let's try to get some scores there. And I'm looking for the Axis team, and I'm not seeing them. In fact, they're not even trying to defend. They let the plant go ahead, and I see them running.
They've given up. They're pulling a. I'm about to just unleash
an animosity.
I'm just about to unleash 810. Nothing. No comment. Digital Tactic have given up. They know the game's over. They're not trying at all to do anything, though they do recapture for a moment the Northwest Courtyard. The Allies now break into the crypt. There's a grab of the gold. TS Trazar. He's got the gold. He's probably going to be unmolested. Going to make the charge home, Archvile. No reason to get excited. 7:42. It looks like it's game over.
Yes, and that's not a good way to go down. And like I said, I'd have a little bit more sympathy for Digital Tactic. They weren't basically a bunch of jerks to the admin and just to fair gameplay in general. They just aren't really trying at all. And as you said, we have Trazar with the gold. He is running now away from the crypt, taking the way through the Axis spawn, and is almost to the final run there. They're in fact boosting up onto the bridge, and they're going to pretty much bypass almost all of the Axis forces.
Well, we've now 658. Allies escape with the gold.
Allies win. Allies win.
Yep. 304. Game over. I don't like this team.
Battle on the Beachhead 2 is brought to you by NVIDIA. NVIDIA's GeForce FX solutions deliver cinematic quality effects, true 128-bit studio quality color, and industry-renowned software stability, compatibility, and reliability. With a GeForce FX GPU powering your desktop or mobile PC, you will have the most compelling and cinematic entertainment experiences ever seen. Graphics to the power of NVIDIA.
BoB 2 is brought to you by id Software. id Software is the most prestigious group of game developers in the world. Creators of the wildly popular Doom, Quake, and Wolfenstein series, id Software has been fragging the competition since 1991 with game titles that will blow your mind away. Stunning graphics and liquid smooth gameplay add to the rich and innovative game engines that emerge from the underground layers of the id development team. For more information, visit the id website at www.idsoftware.com.
You're listening to the Team Sportscast Network, your war correspondents for the upcoming Battle on the Beachhead 2. Stay tuned to TSN for more details.
You know, at this point, Archvile, I am supposed to remain neutral, but You know, I don't think the fans really expect that. They like their shoutcasters to have an opinion, and frankly, Digita Tactic can blow me. And the axe is good.
Warwitch, you know, as shy as you are in person, I really like you when you're on the microphone. Really. I honestly do.
Well, yeah.
So what are we going to do about this? I mean, really, I really was dreading the day that I'd be faced with shoutcasting basically a circle jerk in favor of one team.
By the way, my opinions do not reflect those of the Team Sportscast Network. The game is over.
Yes, nor do mine.
Right, Digita Tactic have given up here on the game tonight. It is a 3-0 victory. For DarkSide.
Yes.
We're not even going to cover it. It's over. Let's talk about what DarkSide did right. Good team play. DarkSide with an understanding of teamwork and how to play the game as well as how to treat an admin. DarkSide clearly the moral and skillful victor tonight on the Team Sportscast Network.
Yeah, well, you know, I really don't have a lot to say because number one, okay, I'm a shoutcaster, but I'm also an admin, so it's kind of like if I sit here and trash talk a team and stuff like that, I really don't know how that could get me in trouble. Hopefully not at all. DarkSide, obviously, the victor in this match. They did have a strong amount of opposition until, well, basically until they decided to jack off, I guess. And they had that problem with the timeout, which maybe that is what caused the problem. Maybe the timeout pissed them off. And that would totally piss me off, too. Honestly, it would piss me off. I'm trying to see both sides of it here. And that would piss me off if they had this timeout that caused the plant on the crypt, which potentially took away their putting them on the board, tying score up 1-1. However, you know, you just got to bounce back from that. I mean, if you want to dispute it later, dispute.
Absolutely, and those things happen. Jaster, following the rules of the OGL, clearly state that unless it is a connection issue, there will be no timeouts. Teams, learn the frickin' rules, or don't play in the tournament. It's the OGL's rules, you signed up for them, and that's the way it stands. Jaster clearly saying, this is how it is. And when their man dropped from the server, Jaster gave the timeout. Jaster not to blame. It's the attitude and the poor sportsmanship of the unknown Digita Tactic roster. Clearly, these guys are losers in my book. Walk out of here. Wiped out 3-0 by DarkSide.
Yes, indeed. And DarkSide, as mentioned earlier, will go on to play Lot 2 in Round 3, which will be, the map will be Assault. And everyone loves Assault. I know I do.
I got some news here from Suture, who tells me that paper was from Elite, then Redemption. A bunch of guys just came together to try to put together a team of players from the top Cal-M teams. Serbian was from CCCC, then AN, Paper from R, Law69, he thinks from the Amish, Slag from AN, but left now, he's in ZT, and not sure about the other guys. So that's Suture kind of giving us a head up right there. Not DT, he means Affliction, so... Oops. The newly reformed since DTU, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. A lot of wild stuff going on here. Definitely, I don't think this team is going to be around much. They did kind of strike me as a team of maybe not so much Smurfs, but a team not really taking the game seriously, coming into it, realizing that they didn't care about their rep because they were only formed for the one purpose of BoB 2, and when they realized that they did not have what it takes to win BoB 2, they turned on the admin, and they turned on DarkSide.
Yes, indeed, and instead of playing it out, they basically screwed off. And when you got team names like Bonar and Faggot, really, what can you expect, you know?
Exactly. Those are definitely Smurf names, buddy. Who names themselves Bonar and Faggot? It's like me naming myself Wolf Player. I mean, come on now. TSN's Carnage will continue at 11 p.m.
Wolf Player.
Well, you know, yeah. 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Why don't we talk about the game we've got coming up here tonight?
Well, what game do we have coming up? I came home from work and got directly on on air. So let me check. I will actually find that out right now.
Well, it's Uprise versus Liquid playing the Wolf. OGL Bob 2 round number 3. Going to be Justice and myself having a little reunion, which will be exciting. And we'll be doing MP Assault, which I am so glad to be leaving Village behind.
Yes, I am glad too. Village happens to be one of my least favorite maps. Sub being the other one, probably. We're entering the more fun maps now. We got Assault coming up, Ice coming up, Base coming up, and of course, Beach finishing it all off.
A big shout out to Kata Jade. Casting a llama team must really suck. Yeah, it does. It's fun though. I mean, it's kind of fun in a way. And DarkSide, I'm glad to see these guys are going to be moving on. Why don't we talk about what's going to happen now that DarkSide have advanced?
Well, DarkSide has advanced indeed, and they, like I said, going to be playing a lot too. And let me take a look at what they're going to see down the road. I'm bringing up the bracket now. If you guys want to check with me, bob2.worldogl.com. You're going to check out the bracket, and they're going to be playing a lot too. Now, what they're going to be facing after that, Amish World Order is going to play Locked on Target, basically now, Lot 1.
There's a team I really like. The Amish, those are a bunch of great guys. They know how to take a loss, they know how to take a win, and they dress up in costume for QuakeCon. That's it. That's the way a team should be right there. Anyway, go on.
You're just saying that because you're going to be in costume at QuakeCon. But anyway, Amish World Order is going to play Locked on Target. You know, I have actually wrote out a bracket, and I tell everybody this that I ref with and stuff. I wrote out a little bracket like this and wrote out who I thought was going to win every single match. You know, kind of like people do for the NCAA tournament. And I have come up with the winner of every match. I've only been wrong once so far. So I've already predicted it all the way to the winner. Who's going to win every single match? And there's a couple controversial matches that are coming up that I'm kind of a little worried if I'm going to be right on. But so far, I've only missed one, and it was two lesser clans that really that I didn't know a whole lot about, and I was wrong on them. But Amish World Order versus Locked on Target. It's going to be a tough game. I'm predicting Locked on Target on that one, which means the DarkSide's going to face off against them in round 4. And that could be a very interesting match. Also in the top, the bracket above that, Global Assault Team is going to play Clan Capital and Team Z versus NYX. I'm going to predict Team Z and the GAT versus Clan Capital. I'm really wondering about that one, but I'm going to say Global Assault Team. I'm kind of biased, and if that happens, it's going to be GAT versus Z, and those will be interesting matchups. A lot of interesting matchups coming up in round 3, and even more so in round 4. So stick around and check it out for the Bob 2 action, Warwitch.
Well, Bob 2 is only going to get better from here on out, my friend. A lot of RTCW drama going on. Tons of stuff happening. And Bob 2 going to get really exciting now as we enter round number 3 and basically weed the little boys from the men that know how to play the game and are here to not only have a good time, but to win the game and generally just kick ass. No Smurfs allowed. We've got some great teams going head-to-head. Uprise versus Liquid at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. The crowd likes it.
Yes, the crowd goes wild indeed. Is Justice in here with us? He should be, like, jumping on here pretty quick, shouldn't he? Well, actually, I guess you guys got plenty of time, so I guess not.
We got lots of time. I got a whole hour. Now on the Team Sportscast Network, we do have some other games going on here at the moment. Let's see, a very big Counter-Strike game on server number 3, and we've got TWL Medal of Honor Allied Assault on server number 2, so I suppose I've got the options here. I'd like to keep the listeners dialed in. I could turn in to any number of those servers and keep people entertained until we're ready for some more RTCW fun. You and I could also ramble about Wolf and talk about what's going on in the land of RTCW. There's enemy territory, there's all kinds of good stuff to talk about. In fact,
all kinds of stuff. Amish.
Let me do this.
Haas or Red. What?
I'll be in the recording. Stand by.